again, using the map length feature, if I can come back to the game properly, that typically the map length is too long if it goes in this kind of pattern, because remember, it has to be a down right, so it has to be going down, and that means it exceeds the map length. So maybe some of you already recognize this is the right path, great for you, but now you've actually got some reason, some logical, methodical, mathematical reason to confirm your suspicions about why going that path is correct, and not just guessing it and thinking that you're right all the time. So now here's where the Towner is going to have some fun. If they're lucky, if they're kind of quick, they can hit one of these guys. If not, oops, once again I hit my macro. If they're not, then who cares? So just kind of bypass that. In a solo game, you're going to want to look out for it. And I tend to have better luck going down first, and then finding is here. And look at that, we already found 4. Some people prefer to go up first, and if you're one of those people, feel free. I don't. Man, there's so many pools that I'm going to miss in this run. So we've already freed 4, we know there's 2. Sometimes they could be on the walls. And again, just doing this enough, I'm sure if you guys have played during Pre-Nerf Inferno, you farm this place so much that you're literally like gouging your eyes out watching this video right now, thinking, why am I explaining this place? I've already done this 1,500 times plus, and you know, got my first legendary here. Anyway, yeah, if you're new to the game, this was the place to farm. Back in Pre-Nerf Inferno, it was easy enough, and you probably memorized the crap out of this. So now you're going to want a wizard to the bottom left, you're going to want to hit the warden, and the wizard's just going to port right down and activate Halls of Agony 3. If you can trust your wizard, if you're doing this with a really good group, then you can just, as soon as warden's about to die, or warden's about to spawn actually, you can simply just start porting to your wizard. Warden dies, wizard goes down, then port hits the next area, and you finish your teleport to the next area. That's the optimal way. Butcher is always going to be a tile that goes to the upper right. And so now we're going to notice that this is going to go up here, potentially can curve upright. This is going to go down here, potentially goes upright. And so there's a number of ways you can take. Technically, this tile would branch in this direction as well and go down from there. So this is just general tiling. If you guys don't know these tiles, you should probably do some more greater rifts and regular rifts just to get a feel for the tiles. If you guys actually want to do campaign, you're welcome to, but you're only going to hit this place 3 times. Hog is Agony 1, 2, and 3. And each of them, 1's the cleavers, 2 is the downright area with that, I forget the quest name, but that guy that's stuck in the coffin. And then number 3 is going to be Butcher. And Butcher and Gom and Sede, a lot of guys are all to the top right, so typically you're going to go upright for some of these bosses. So going back to the game, it probably would have been better, or just better in general, if I went to the left first, but this way is opening up, and this looks like it could be it. It hasn't exceeded the minimum map length yet, so it's possible it's not it, but there's a possibility. And nope, it was too small of a map yet, so there's going to be another rotation. And now we notice that the map could go down, and maybe this is just a little, actually draw it, this could be just going like that, and this could actually go upright, but now this is going to curve over and join with this path. So again, it doesn't really matter. This is just general tiling, and if you guys are somewhat lost or confused, just do some more rifts and try and figure it out. But again, it has to meet that minimum length requirement for it to actually spawn the Butcher. And so what I tend to feel is that the map was spawned beforehand due to the length requirements, and then the added dead ends are added along the way. And so I don't know enough about I forget the term for it, but there's an actual term about map generation and randomness and stuff. But there's a term that where you generate worlds in a very specific way. And so I feel like the way that these worlds are generated is by generating the correct path and then generating all the alternate paths until it exceeds a specific like overall map volume, and once it exceeds that volume, then it stops generating new tiles. And once again, my macro's going ballistic. So I'm hitting spacebar, discipline, spacebar, 4, control, and a bunch of other things. So again, in a regular run, you're going to want to have one person. Come on. Don't worry, I'll get over it soon. You're going to have one person, talk with Leah on the left, and then one person talk with Ashira, one person talk with this Enchantress, and then everybody, including Towner and Port. This part's all static up through Magda. So this next part is the way to discuss some optimization when talking about finding these ritual sites. So let's just let them kill stuff. It's going to spawn and kill stuff automatically. So this place kind of looks, I don't know, like that-ish. Then this opens up, branches off there, comes back down, then that's the cave area, comes back up here, there, down, a little bit that way, and something like that. And then there's a little pathway here, and a little pathway there that you can enter in. And so in a dual run, you're going to have one person go left, one person go right. Triple run, you're going to have one person go up in that way. You know, a fourth person can help as well. And so what's going to happen is there's going to be 3 spawn locations on the right, and I think only 2 on the left. The 2 on the left, one's all the way up here, and one is right here. So you're just going to kind of, you know, run up, and if it's not the first one, it's the second one. So I used to think there was one here, and I believe way back in the day, like, you know, Season 1, Pre-Nerf Inferno, there used to be, but I think they've actually removed that, and so there's no longer a tile there. So the other ones, there's going to be one down here, one here, which is the easiest to hit, and then one up here, which if you're unlucky with the other 2, is going to waste the most time because it's the other end of the map, and typically your fastest person is going to go around here and your slowest person is going to go there, and so it just wastes the most time in general. So let's talk with the Enchantress, and here you actually don't need to talk with Ironwolf Garwolf. You simply just need to kill all the guys. So as long as you're bypassing these guys and you kill them, it's fine. So you notice that I did a multi-shot just in case. You know, you don't have to run back and do that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, and I didn't discuss this, but in a solo game, you want to go right first. And the reason why is, if you go right and you go up, then you just go a little bit left and you hit that and you go back up. But if it's down here, then actually the best way to go is here. So you want to go there and then find it out. But if it's here, then you might want, then there's this giant block in the center. You might want to go up just to get a feel for it, something like that. So right is typically better to go. Left is much closer to this than all the way down here. And so you want to try and start going right first. And then after you finish going right, you can hug over to the left. And so this is the second place right there, right here it is. And let me just show the third spawn, just so you guys know, is up here. So let's go ahead and clear this ritual. This right one is easy. You just fire one multi-shot and you run, and that's literally it. Rockets will do the rest. And the left one's a little bit more annoying if you don't know about the spacebar trick, or just spacebar in general. It could be really annoying. So let's just check the F1. It's not there. It must be this one in the center, and there it is. So this one, you need to spam spacebar, and that way you killed him. This guy right here loves to talk and stand invincible for like 3 seconds, and you have difficulty getting past him to multi-shot all these guys in the center, and then if you fail the multi-shot, your rockets are going to hit this guy right here. So you're going to want to spam spacebar right as you're entering, just as I've shown you. And so that way you can avoid any problems with, you know, doing a multi-shot, running out, and like, oh man, why isn't it completed? Which one didn't I not complete? And so this is all static once again, so just memorize this area. Nothing to say here, except if you go into a multiplayer game, have some people outside of town to kill these 2 guys. These guys, like, never ever, you know, people don't like standing there. They think, oh man, I want to be in town, I want to kill stuff. But those guys are going to spawn. And if you don't kill them, they're just going to, you know, and turn invisible. And you're wasting time. So here as a Demon Hunter, you can one-shot everything and then hit the cage as soon as it's coming. Like before Magda leaves, you're literally already out. Other classes might have a little more difficulty. And you can come outside immediately. If you multi-shot fast enough, you can almost one-shot the town. I think I've done it 1 run before. Anything you're missing, you'll notice is on the minimap. And so it's possible, but that requires a lot of attack speed and a lot of precise movements, and potentially a 5th passive being ballistics, as opposed to perfection